Good morning and welcome back to Weedy Acres. As you can see, our calf is doing a lot better. He's put on some nice little meat on his body now. You can't see them ribs. As I said, I knew that he would do well. Just wanted to show you part of what we seen when we first got here, and that is this right here. We've got a lot of water coming down the mountain today. We had some pretty good rain last night. It's coming down really well for once. Usually it's a smaller stream. It'll take about 3 or 4 days for this to stop and get to a small trickle where the streams are just running. I'm sorry, not streams, the springs are just running around. But we're going to take you up and show you a couple other things, give you a walk up the whole creek. Give me a second here. So as you can imagine, it's pretty tranquil to sleep at night around here with all these water features run. You can actually hear them from inside the house. It's most of the time it sounds like squirrels, but when it's flowing like this, you can hear it real good up inside the cabin. Especially the closer we get to the cabin, there's a higher elevation. It's moving a little bit faster, and the drop-offs are pretty steep. We did manage to get our electrical fence line ran. You can see it's on that tree. We ran it all the way down to the barn. You see the little yellow things. It's in preparation of opening up the front field to let the cattle loose in there. As I said, we had quite a bit of rain last night. It didn't seem like a whole lot. We didn't get to bed till real late. But it didn't seem like a whole lot of rain until we got up this morning and seen just how much rain we did have. So I said you can hear these two fall areas all the way up the cabin. We have another one up just behind the cabin that you can hear also. We put up our front security gate up front now. Net finally had it with the electrical fence lines that ran across. They kept getting tangled. Of course, it's not meant to be used for every day when you have that. It's meant more for a cattle gate area. But so essentially we created a kill zone because we have a gate all the way down the other end and a gate here. So if you come on my property and you're not wanted, you got a problem. So as you can see, we got a pretty good little clip coming down off the mountain. And this is runoff from them, a little valley in there. This is the part that wiped out our driveway when we first moved here. It had taken out the whole area where the culvert pipe is at. Down here. There's that culvert pipe that we put in. This whole area was washed out all the way down to them trees. So, hoping that culvert pipe does this job. It appears to be. We got a pretty good clip coming out the other side of it. So, imagine if that was running down your driveway, what it would do to it. So I'm going to take you up the mountain so we can see a couple other of the water features we have. So if you listen, you can hear the water flowing. You can't see it. This ravine over here is pretty deep, probably about 4 or 5 feet. But like I said, it goes pretty steep up that way. We're going to head on up this way and see a couple other areas. So this trail right here is not really for us. This is where the deer come through. pretty regular, almost every single night they're coming through. So some more of it here we got going on. As you get up the mountain, it gets very steep. Like I said, you can hear a lot of this running at night, especially when it's really quiet. I could just imagine this area being filled out by 2 feet deep. As you can see where the bank's eroded out over here. It's kind of hard to see the angle, but 1.5 to 2 feet deep. And that's the reason why these big embankments are around the cabin, to keep the water from going into the cabin area. If these streams ran all the time, then it'd be awesome for some trout, but the deer come right through here and up that way on a regular basis. This is back here is where the bucks hang out. Especially up in here. Now we're going to be putting in, when we do our, come January. So we're supposed to start our logging around the middle of January, towards the end of January. And once that happens, back in here, we're going to have an elevated pond put in. So this will be our water supply. The pond will sit in this area here. This will all be graded out in here. I'm figuring it's probably going to end somewhere's up in here is where we're thinking. But that area there, it's all low. It's going to be pond. This area here, that area there, this whole surrounding area is going to be a pond. Probably about 5-6 feet deep in the middle when we're done. And like I said, that'll supply our water. If in the future we have a problem getting water. So one more thing to show you that we managed to get accomplished up in the cabin. So I want to show you that, and then we're going to sign off. So let me walk on back down to the cabin, and I'll catch up with you in a second. So we did some modifications to the swing set, because when you put 2 adults on there, it moves. So we put our cross members on 45 to stop it from swaying back and forth. And now with the 2 boys on there rocking away, it doesn't move at all. We got them pinned down with rebar in the corner and tied in with lag bolts at the top end. Okay, so head on inside now. So one last thing, we managed to get our galley kitchen in. She has a real sink for once. We're still working on a stove top, but at least we're set up. Pot racks are hung. Starting to turn a little bit more. Like I said, with every single day, just a little bit more comforts. Even though they may not be the highest end of comforts, it's still comfort. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, so you can get the updates as the videos go on out. So once again, thank you and have a great day.